I have a brand new pre and postnatal routine. The theme for this one is actually circles. So we're gonna work through a nice fluid range of motion through the shoulders, through the hips, and we're gonna get some thoracic stability. We're gonna get some core strength, oblique in particular, and work on that pelvic stability as well. We are gonna start this one in a 4-point kneel position. So just getting that middle back fired up through flexion and extension to get our nice flat back position. So from here, we'll go for that nice rounded tuck, curl and lift. And then just draw the shoulders down through extension. We're gonna go for one more here. Round, tuck and lift. Get those shoulders rounding, get that chin tucking. And then working your way through extension. Coming back to neutral here. And this is where the fun begins. Start to take your right leg straight back behind you, and as you do, lift up those deep abdominals, shoulders nice and flat. Tap your right toe all the way across to the right. And then from here, semicircle, we take it all the way across towards the left. The goal is to see if you can keep your shoulders stacked, keep your pelvis nice and steady, keep that leg nice and straight. So you're challenging your stabilizers at the same time as you're getting mobility through the hips. We're not doing anything crazy with the shoulders just yet, so we're keeping those palms nice and flat, and we're just trying to get that really nice rainbow shape all the way from the right, all the way to the left. You've got 4 more just like this, and we're gonna go for a little pulse challenge just at the end to get those obliques and those glutes. Last 2. And we'll finish off this very last one, taking your right toe all the way across to the right, just hovering it 1 inch off the mat. We're gonna go for some tiny little pulses. So lateral pulses here, you'll feel your left glute, you'll feel your right. A little challenge here is to reach your left arm forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop and lift that leg back to neutral, hand and knee lower. From here, stay where you are. That left arm will reach to the side, a little bit of shoulder rotation, getting that left ear to the mat as you reach that left arm all the way through and under. Give it a little pause there at end range. And then reach that left arm all the way up to the ceiling, reach and twist. Your eye gaze will follow that palm. And we come back to our start position. Just jig out through your shoulders, shake off through those wrists, and then from here, center on up through that torso. That left leg will extend straight back behind you. All right, once again, lifting up those deep abdominals, and then from here, nice and wide with the toe. We're gonna draw that big rainbow all the way from the left, all the way across to the right. Now the goal is to keep your shoulders stacked for that shoulder strength and stability, but your pelvis nice and still as well. So you're getting the range through the hips, but you're getting those strength through the stabilizers. And then just see if you can keep your eyes just to the top of your mat. So you're not looking down towards your knees, you're keeping your hips nice and square. Nice and slow, and just make sure your left knee is staying nice and straight. You've got 4 to go before we add those literal lateral pulses. You have 3. Last 2. And we've got the option to add in that arm as well. On this next one, as you bring your left toe nice and wide to the side, hover it 1 inch off that mat, nice and straight, and then from here, tiny little pulses up and up and up. If you're feeling game and you've got the stability, reaching that right arm forwards for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drag that heel all the way back through midline. The palm and the knee return. And then from here, that right arm comes all the way out towards the right. Right ear down towards that mat. Getting down nice and low. Reaching all the way through. And then unraveling. Eye gaze follows that palm as you reach and twist. All right, walking your hands all the way back to your knees. Rolling out through your shoulders, take your hands behind your head. We're gonna go for one little kneeling thoracic twist. So pushing through your knees, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, and then just open up through your shoulders, rainbow, that half circle all the way towards the right. Hands behind your head, bottom back towards your heels. We go straight towards the left. Reach up tall, twisting towards that left, unraveling through that thoracic. And then from here, hands by your sides, just centering up through your knees. We're gonna go into some obliques and a little bit of lateral stability here. So hands to your hips, your left leg will extend and keeping your right hand on your hip. That left arm will reach out towards the side, tuck your tailbone, and supporting your sacroiliac joints in your pelvis with that palm, just start to reach your left arm up towards the ceiling and just take it for a small lean across towards the right. Scoop that arm all the way under through full circle this time. All right, so we're starting here with circles with the arm, and then we're gonna go for circles with the leg. So you're reaching up, over, and under incrementally. If it feels good and your pelvis is feeling nice and stable, you can start to go a little bit deeper towards the side. So you're getting a little bit more oblique involvement. Scoop round and through. Reaching up and reaching over. Scoop, round and through. We're gonna do 3 more here before we go for a nice stretch towards the side. So reaching up, lat stretch, intercostals through those obliques. Last 2. And this very last one, we're gonna go for a little bit higher, reaching up and over, but this time rather than circling, just place your right hand carefully down and then just relax and enjoy that stretch. So look up towards the ceiling, a little bit of rotation here for 3, 2, and 1. The palm comes all the way down, and from here, coming straight down onto your right side forearm. So as promised, we've gone from the circles with your arm into circles with your leg. Your hand will be on your hip, left leg extended, pelvis nice and stacked. We're gonna go into some rainbows starting off with those half circles again. So tap your toe to the front edge of your mat. Tap your toe to the back edge of your mat. So 20 seconds here of rainbows. And then we're gonna go for some small full circles, basketball sized, forwards and backwards. And the goal here is very much hip stability. So we're just working on that shoulder strength and stability. And now we're working on that hip strength and stability. So trying to get all those really strong muscles fired up around those looser joints to try and give you as much armor as you can through your pelvis and through your upper back. We're gonna hold that leg at center in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold there at center for 1, and then from here, forward circles. We've got 15 seconds each way, about the size of a basketball, nice and slow. The heel is flexed, and in order to get that hip flexor to switch off, slightly pull your heel slightly back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then away you go the other direction. The other direction's always harder. You're always working a little bit stronger as you go into reverse, but also you're fatigued from the first round of circles. You have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling, and we're just gonna finish here in a really nice twist. Left arm comes under and through. Left arm reaches all the way up towards the ceiling, opening up through your chest, and hold that one there for 3, 2, 1. Should feel pretty good. From here, just carefully coming all the way up onto your knees. Once again, a little bit of thoracic rotation. Your hands come behind your head, elbows nice and wide. Push through your knees, coming up nice and tall. Reach and twist just towards that right. Tailbone comes all the way back. Hands behind your head, pushing up through your knees. Twist and reach all the way towards that left. And then from here, hands by your sides. We are ready for the second side. Squaring off your hips, we take that right leg out nice and straight to the side. You've got your hand supporting on your left side, your right arm out nice and long. We start those circles, nice gentle tilt towards that left as you take that right arm up and over. Starting nice and small with your first one, we come back to our start position and we go again. Reaching that right arm up towards the ceiling, reach over and then across and through. So starting here with those arm circles, into the leg semicircles, into the full circles through that right side hip. So as you start to warm up, you might be able to get a little bit deeper. But if you're getting any pelvic girdle pain whatsoever, just make sure that you take it nice and slow, taking it nice and shallow, and just make sure that your right foot's staying heavy, your tailbone staying tucked, and we have 4 more here before we take that nice slow stretch lean towards that right side oblique. Last 3. Last 2. See if you can get a little bit deeper for the last couple here, challenging those obliques, challenging those lateral stabilizers, and then that very last one, reaching up, reaching over. Give it a little pause there, take your left hand down, reaching across and going for that little rotation up towards the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Taking your hand down and just folding straight on over onto your left side here. We've done our arm circles, we're going into our leg circles now. So your right hand on the hip, extend that right leg nice and straight. From here, lock down the pelvis, square off your shoulders, tap your right toe to the front edge of your mat, and then slowly to the back edge of your mat. You have 20 seconds of semicircles here, and then we have a short set of full circles, forwards and then backwards. So what we're trying to do is get those really deep pelvic stabilizers booted up. You've got your leg nice and straight, and the only thing that's moving here is your leg, your pelvis, your torso locked in space, just booting up those nice deep muscles in that outer hip. Gently seeing if you can tuck your tailbone as well, and that'll help boot up those stabilizers even further. You have 7. We're gonna go straight into those circles. In 5, 4, 3, 2, bring your leg back to center for 1 and hold here. You have circles forwards first, 15 seconds, about the size of a basketball. You wanna keep it slow, smooth, controlled. Your heel is pushing back so you're not crunching into that hip flexor. You have 10, 9, 8, 7. We're gonna reverse this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, and away you go. 15 seconds the other direction. Nice and straight through the leg, nice and square through the shoulders. And you're gonna start to really feel those endurance aspect here as you start to fatigue through that right outer hip. See if you can stick with it to build that pelvic stability for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees together. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, nice and tall. Taking that right arm all the way underneath. We're going for that nice slow weave. Releasing through the upper back, through the shoulders. Reach it up towards the ceiling, open up through that chest into that nice rainbow shape. And all you need to do here is just switch straight on over onto your sit bones with your knees bent, your feet flat. Just going for a little sway of your knees from side to side. Releasing through those hips, we're nice and even through the shoulders, nice and even through the glutes. We're gonna work into a little bit of posterior chain to try and get the extensors nice and strong. So square off your hips, your knees, your heels, palms nice and wide, pushing through your heels, and start to lift up into that reverse plank. Push through your heels, lift, hold, stable. And then slowly lowering down. Now this can be tough for the wrist, so see if you can push as much body weight into your heels as possible. Lift, tuck, and pause. And then slowly lowering all the way back down. So you wanna have your elbows soft, but you wanna squeeze between your shoulder blades so you can get those postural muscles fired up between your middle back and also into your lower back. Also feel your glutes, your hammies, soon to add those calves. You've got 4 more we hold at the top just to get a little bit of foot, ankle, calf strength and mobility. 3 to go. Last 2. And we'll hold this last one right to the very top, squaring off your shoulders, and all you need to do here, 15 seconds of lifting the heels, lowering the heels nice and slow, lifting the heels, lowering those heels. So you want to keep your hips stable, shoulders square. 9, 8, final little challenge here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. The hips come down, roll out through your shoulders, shimmy out through your wrists, coming straight over, finishing exactly how we started into a 4-point kneel position. We're going to go for a round tuck and lift. Thoracic spine, And then extend. Lift your hips, look towards the ceiling. Extension of that thoracic spine. Back to neutral, just walk your hands forwards, lift up through your tailbone, drop down through your shoulders, and just go for a gentle sway from side to side. And you are all done. You should feel nice and strong through the hips, through that side waist, nice and loose through the shoulders, something a bit different there with that circular theme, and I'll see you at the next session. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.